Welcome back, everybody, and happy 4th of July. Hoping you guys have some great plans. Hoping you guys have a great holiday. As you guys are watching this, I'm supposed to be playing a golf scramble tournament, if you know what those are, but the weather here in Northern Illinois looking a little dicey, so we'll see what that is. But I hope you guys have yourselves a great holiday in honor of the 250th birthday of this beautiful country of ours. We are finishing our review of all of the Service Academy playbooks. Yesterday we went over Army and Navy. That leaves one, my personal favorite, the Air Force Falcons. Now there was a lot of fun stuff added in those other Service Academy playbooks, and the same is true here with Air Force. Again, not really much changing in the flex bone. It's in the other formations that we have got some wild looking stuff. Let's just hop right into practice mode and go take a look. Well, first things first though. There's something we got to test out here that was bugged in College Football 26. I have to see if it still is in College Football 27, and that is the wing bone normal midline QB ISO. Now in College Football 25, that was a glitch play in some flex bone formations. They fixed that, but for 26, it was glitched in this wing bone, so I have to see if it still is. Midline QB ISO, wing bone normal, Air Force playbook. If we run this just normal, it's essentially a read option between the fullback and the quarterback. And do nothing, it goes to your fullback, hold A, you keep it with your quarterback, and that works just how it's supposed to. Now the glitch comes though when we come out with this run going to the right, but then use your right stick and flip it over to the left. In College Football 26, this would turn into a turbo blasted QB sneak where Zarka gets a rocket up his ass and just shoots across the line of scrimmage. Let's see. Still is. That is still 100% a glitch here in College Football 27. So midline QB ISO, just flip it over to the left, and there goes Zarka. Guaranteed yards. Guaranteed yards. That's a shame. I was really hoping EA was actually going to patch that. Maybe I was putting a little too much faith in our EA overlords. Anyway, let's take a look at the rest of the playbook here. We'll start in the flex bone. No new formations added here, and in fact, we actually lost 3. We no longer have flex bone east, overstack, or tackle over, so that one kind of hurts. I always liked flexbone east, at least out of those 3 I used east by far the most. Some good quick runs right up the middle, but we did get a total of 6 new plays added, 3 in 2 different formations. 3 of them going to be here in flexbone twins over, halfback counter fake veer, seam curl, and a midline QB ISO, which, I mean, we might as well test that while we're here and make sure this one isn't glitched. They did fix it in Flexbone last year, so I'm expecting this to actually work, and it does. Okay, so in Flexbone, at least the midline QB ISO, we can set it up that same way, and it actually works as a midline QB ISO. That's good to know. And it's a good play. It really is. It's a really, really solid play. We have that one. We have that halfback counter fake veer. This one I kind of want to test out too. It seems like it's going to be like a fake triple option, but is actually going to be a halfback counter. So if you're playing against somebody who's really just locked in on the motion you're doing in the backfield, we can get them to fly out to the left with this motion on Conti, but it's actually a counter run coming back to the right. I don't know how well it's going to work against the CPU on Heisman here, but we'll give it a shot. So we have the motion going that way, a little fake give to the halfback, or to the fullback, and then it's just a counter going to our wingback on the left. I actually kind of really like the looks. I kind of really like the looks of that play, like I said, especially if you're playing somebody who we're running that same kind of motion on things like the counter zone option weak. Things that are go outside to the left, really try to get them to overcommit going that way. I do wish we had a couple. I mean, you have the load option, the inside veer going to the weak side. So if you mix a few of those in, anything where that wingback on the right is going motion out to the left, and then you could really catch them off guard with something like that halfback counter fake veer. I really, really like that addition here to the flexbone twins over. So now if we go over to you off trips, this is where we have 3 new plays added in here. A fullback dive to the weak side, a curl flats, and a standard just halfback counter. Curl flats is a nice addition because that's just a good standard pass play. Always nice to have those available in the flexbone offense. So that is really it for the flexbone for Air Force. We can move down to wingbone, where CFB.fan says they added 2 new wingbone formations. I double checked, they did have all of these in College Football 26. They might have just been added a little bit later in the site, never updated or something. But we did get 3 new plays added to the wingbone trips over set. And there's gonna be these 3 right here. We see another fake veer halfback counter. the halfback lead, which kind of works the same, right? We have our wing back on the left, this time going in motion out to the right, but it's actually a run coming back to the left. So if they're overcommitted to that motion, because you keep running things like the inside veer keep option and the other one, the fullback lead toss, and all those runs with him going in motion, but the play goes out to the right, then we can catch him off guard with that same motion, but a run going back to the left. That seems like a big constant we're seeing throughout these Service Academy playbooks, is there's a lot more motion and a lot more like deceptive motion, more plays where the motion's going one way but the run's going the other, and I really like that. But that's all we got added to the Air Force wing bone. The Power Eye, Maryland Eye, still got those look to be the same. Where we did get a few new fun formations here is in the pistol. As many of you probably know, we did finish out College Football 26 by running the Air Force pistol offense. We used it for our online dynasty in our final season. A ton of fun. We can talk about those quick first because nothing changed on these. Empty tight stack, empty wide tight, and empty trips, all going to be the exact same. All really good formations. Like, you might not think it because it's Air Force, but the pass plays out of here, you do need to motion some guys around. You do need to hot route a few things, but you can set up some really good pass plays between these formations. That motion smash is a great deep shot play. Just stem up that X who's on that post, get him on a deep post. A lot of times you can just throw him up for a bomb. The DIY reverse actually works really well out of these formations, mainly kept as a quarterback, essentially a quarterback blast going up the middle. You got the quick slide out, motion divide. Those are my two main pass plays out of this one. I never really called motion Salem, but motion divide, take Y, put him on a streak, opens up that slant underneath. You got the streak wheel combo going out on the right, and a lot of times a flat defender is going to be stuck on that wheel route, and it's going to leave B wide open right on the sideline for a nice quick hitter, nice quick gain. You have another DIY reversed, a QB blast, and a load option. I never really called the load option out of these too much because those are the only plays that would have that motion and would kind of give things away a little bit, so I kind of stayed away from those. And then empty trips, you got the swing screen. I do want to actually look really quick because the swing screen last year, your quarterback just dumbed out so bad. Like, he just starts spinning around, he starts doing all sorts of dumb things, and this play didn't really work great. See, he kind of takes that one weird little step in the background, but if you can get that pass off against the right defense, where if we have numbers over to this side, it's got potential. But if we just snap this and do nothing, see how he kind of turns around and turns his back to the line? I don't know why in the world he does that, but he does. But as long as we can snap it and actually throw it, there is some good potential with that play. Now, in this formation, in the other two empties, in empty wide tight, empty tight stack, you can motion your halfback out to either side. You can have either a 2x3 or a 3x2, whatever you want to do. In empty trips, you can only motion him outside to the right. If you try to motion him left, he actually goes back behind your quarterback into like a standard pistol look, which maybe you want to do for some things. The speed option out here, actually pretty solid out of the empty wide trips. I'm calling way too many of these plays, but really, I mean, against the 3-down set, it's fine. It's much better, in my opinion, against a 4-down set because you can really quickly tell what that pitch key is set to. So this defensive end on the left with a little purple P above his head is the pitch defender. Because of where he is and because he's not going to be blocked by anybody, we can very quickly tell if he is playing the quarterback or if he's playing the halfback. So if we have to keep this or we have to pitch it. We can see here he's playing the quarterback. We can pitch that out quick to our halfback. Got all sorts of room to run. Take it all the way, number 2. Come on, could have used a little more effort there. But again, you just so easily tell. That time he's playing the halfback. We see him staying out with the halfback. We keep it with the quarterback, cut it up the middle somewhere, and get some yards. So I really like the speed option. I really love these 3 formations. Like, a ton of fun, very off meta, very different, but so much fun. Anyway, let's get to the actual topic at hand here with the new pistol formations that they have given Air Force: Full House Pro and Strong Tight. We have 9 plays here in this Full House Pro. You got a triple option going out to the left, a read option weak, a halfback power O, a read option, and a halfback dive. Now, with this halfback power O, I'm going to show you something here that I think is going to be very helpful. So this is how it sets up like normal. We look at our blocking. Our little guy on the left there, number 2, not doing anything. This is kind of something we see a lot of times in the quarterback blasts in the empty pistol. So if we can take him, motion him out to the right, Now we got some numbers. Now he's going to pick up that safety. And now I really like the looks of this run. You go pick up that guy, try to cut our way up there. Our guys aren't very fast. But I think motioning that guy out, I think makes this a really, really good run. Because even here we can see he's going to be going and picking up. I think that's a slot corner over there. That's a lot to ask for where he's starting and where this run is going. So if we take him and motion him out now he's in a much better position. He can pick up that block before our running back gets there. He just goes, lays that guy out. It's just, we kind of got rocked on rocked on our blocking there. But again, here's another great example. He's supposed to be picking up that outside corner on the right. How in the world is he going to get there before our running back with the ball is? Seems like it's going to be a mess. Seems like it's going to led to some unblocked guys potentially blowing this run up, but we just take him, motion him out. Now, the blocking might change sometimes depending if the defense shifts, but now he's still going to be going to pick up that outside corner, but now he can actually go out and get there. So I think that is going to help a ton on that power O run. Then you can do a similar motion on some of the pass plays here too, like the PA flood halfback slip, the PA boot right, PA triple option, all the different pass plays. You can use that same motion so they don't just know, oh, it's the power O run because he's moving that guy over. The triple option looks pretty okay out of here. I do prefer to run triple options out of pistol or even shotgun where we can. Just gives me more time to make the read. I'm 37 years old. I struggle to make those quick reads sometimes. So that's the Full House Pro. They added to Air Force, and then we have Strong Tight for some big boy power football here. Triple option, a read option, a triple option switch. You can see from the play art the differences on those. Triple option switch, it's either essentially a dive up the middle or that fullback on the right going outside as your pitch guy. Triple option, it's either going to that fullback coming back to the left, or your halfback behind the quarterback is your pitch man going out to the right. You have a counter, you have a power O, you have an inside zone split. You do get a couple play action plays in there if you want to get a little fancy, but this is definitely, if you want to pound the rock, this pistol strong tight looks like a pretty good option. Between both of these, honestly, the run plays I think look really, really good. Those are the new formations in the pistol sets. Let's take a look at their shotgun stuff, and much like we saw with the other service academies, we have some shotgun flex bone in here. Let's go ahead and just start off right here with the flex bone tight, where again we see a little tricky motion. We see that same motion on 3 different plays, one being a quarterback zone, one being that escort red zone trail, which actually looks like a really good pass play, just kind of stock, then an escort speed option going all the way outside. That in the QB zone, a little similar because the run's kind of attacking the same area of the field, but still love having that same motion on several different plays. Then we go, oh, we got 12 total plays in here. We have a QB blast, a QB power, of course, can be a lot of quarterback runs. It is an Air Force offense after all, but you do get a sneaky little mesh. That's another thing we've been noticing. A lot of these new formations have a lot of mesh, and I'm sure we're going to see an RPO read flat wheel here at some point. I would bet my life on it. We have just a regular speed option going out to the right, no escort on that one. PA flood read option, another read option, PA wheel slide. Took 1 page. Had to scroll up 1 time when we found another RPO read flat wheel. They have added this to like every new formation we have seen. Every playbook in the game has an RPO read flat wheel at this point. It's kind of crazy. But I love seeing all these design QB runs, all these different option plays. Big fan of what we're seeing there in the flexbone tight. Then we go over, we have a flexbone trips formation. So this one, it is going to have a fullback, a halfback, wide receiver, tight end. So we can't audible down into like a flexbone normal or anything like that. But we do have some really fun plays in here, and we can see what we can audible down into from this. Actually, off the top of my head, I'm not sure. So let's just call like the motion triple option. Let's just take a look here. And if we go to audible, what other formations can we go to? Gun split, just a bunch of, oh, flexbone U off and flexbone U off trips. So you can still motion down and into pistol full house pro. So a lot of different audibling up, audibling down you can do. That's again something we saw in the Navy, in the Army playbooks. And I think I like the looks of it quite a bit here. If you find some plays you like in that U off trips, in that pistol full house, being able to just audible in between all of these, super handy. Because like I said, I personally like the triple options better out of the shotgun. Just gives you a little bit more time to make those kind of reads. Elsewhere in flexbone trips, we have that PA jet crossplay that we saw in one of the other service academies. Pretty solid looking standard play there. Some more designed quarterback runs here with the quarterback counter, the quarterback power. Again, utilizing that same motion from our outside, or I guess our inside receiver. And this is the kind of setup that I really like. So we have that same motion, but it's either a counter run going to the left, it's a power run going to the right, or it's a PA jet cross, which is pretty good pass play, all with that same motion. Love the looks of that. We have a standard QB power G, a shock play, another RPO, this time just a read flat corner. Wouldn't be shocked to see a read flat wheel in here either. Some more jet motions, this time an actual jet sweep, a PA jet sweep, or a QB blast. Same kind of thing we've been talking about with those motions. A motion duo, girls Y corner, wide receiver mid screen, all that same motion, all different plays. Saying these service academies leaning much more into the trickery, it feels like this year, with the different motions, with the different things you can do, kind of building on those motions. I think there's a lot of potential to make a very deceptive, a very nasty offense utilizing some of this different stuff. The last flex bone formation we got here is going to be flex bone close. We got a triple option, read option, a little spacing switch there, stick, RPO, PA deep out. So a lot of quick hitting pass plays there. There's an RPO read flat wheel. We couldn't go too long without seeing another one of those. And of course, it's right next to a mesh and RPO read flat wheel is just everywhere. We just can't escape it. There's another return RPO read flat wheel. I'm getting flustered by so many RPO read flat wheels. This is unbelievable how much have been added into the game. So those are the new flex bone formations that Air Force has got. Elsewhere, we can just go through kind of alphabetically here. First is going to be doubles off close, the new 9-play formation added to Air Force. Again, we're seeing 3 plays with that same motion, one being an actual touch pass, a jet sprint weak, and a halfback seam. More trickery, more just because you see a motion, and here's 3 more. Zone fake jet, PA jet sweep, jet pass fake zone. How about all 9? Sure. All 9 plays in this doubles off close, utilizing that same jet motion, but attacking just all over the field. Runs to the left, runs to the right, deep pass plays, quick pass plays, whatever you want, all going to have that same motion. No giveaways, no keys to the defense just because they see that motion coming. It could be literally everything. The potential of trickery in these playbooks through the absolute roof. Elsewhere in their shotgun, now we got some split twins. We will see. I mean, there's just no way. Let's check their split, because that Navy split really got me going. And see, now remember, or even go look at ncfb.fan for yourself and compare these 2 gun splits. That's why I was so excited for Navies. They had so much more fun things in their regular gun split, but that's not the point of what we're here to talk about. We're here to look at the new formations, and that is split twins, not split tight. Split twins, there we go. We eventually got there. 18 plays in this one, some more RPOs. That corners play doesn't look too bad as like a quick hitter, a little red zone thing against the shaded down Tampa 2. Something like that. You have the quick little curl on X to hold somebody down, and then the corner over the top. You have a power O, you have a power G, just depends on who is pulling on those different plays. Power G is your right guard, power O is your left guard. Power G read option, interesting. I love that idea. Everybody pulling, everybody going to set up a run to the outside to the right, but you can just keep with your quarterback and sneak off to that left side. Halfback out looks like an interesting looking play. You got a quick drag, a little double move there on B, and then kind of an escape route on your halfback with a tight end seam going on the other side. PA Y out, that looks like a really good stock pass play. You got an off tackle, you got a power read. Orbit PA halfback wheel, that looks insane. Orbit lead triple option, orbit PA wheel shot, more of the same, more motion, more different plays. Halfback angle, PAF slide, motion counter bash, motion power G. Again, see, we've seen this throughout like every new formation in here, I feel like. Not even just Air Force, with the Army and with Navy too, where we're seeing those same, I feel like I'm repeating myself 1,000 times. Probably because I am, but we're seeing that same motion, but one being a power G, one being a counter bash, one being a play action halfback wheel. Absolutely love it. I really like what we're seeing out of these new formations. I do wish we had a little bit more flex bone stuff, but I'm more comfortable in shotgun running a lot of these plays anyway. So for me, big fan of these new formations, big fan of these new plays that have been added in so far. We still have 2 more formations for us to look at. U off trips a week will be our next one. Let's go see where that one is at. I wish this was alphabetical or something. You know what? Oh, it's right here. Perfect. Never mind. I would say let's just do wing first because that's also new, but they were right next to each other. 9 plays added into this one. Let's see what motion stuff we have. See, again, jet touch sweep. So he's coming in motion and going outside to the left. Jet PAU seam, a deep, kind of a deeper shot pass play, but then a jet QB sweep. So we have that jet motion, but our quarterback's keeping it and going outside to the right. You see that motion, you think that jet pass is coming, go over to the left side, that opens up for the jet sweep going back over to the right when we keep it with the quarterback. A halfback power, sprint. I never really liked the sprint like designed rollout plays, but I love this combo of these 3 plays here in this U off trips week. Other than that, I mean, some pretty standard looking stuff. And then to their gun wing, this is the last new formation that we've got here. We start right away with 3 motions on our outside receiver. Now the G down and QB zone kind of go into the same spot. I would like if one was an actual, maybe a jet touch pass or a quarterback run going out to the left. Maybe one is still coming. We will have to see. But then we also have that motion halfback scissors you can mix in there, utilizing that same motion from our outside wide receiver. Tight end attack, great, just standard pass play. Got a speed option, quick one over to the right. You have a standard QB zone, a read option, a standard QB power, and an inside zone. So we do have some runs that go to the left, but not too many, really just the inside zone. Some of these runs you might be able to use your right stick and flip over to the left. But just having a good pass play like tight end attack really adds some value to this formation. That PA boot could be really good too. That route RB is on looks pretty interesting. If you've got a good enough, fast enough tight end, there's definitely some potential in that. So that is everything new in the Air Force offense. I would still probably base everything out of pistol. I do think their Full House Pro and Strong Tight looks pretty nice. We obviously can't audible back and forth between their empty sets compared with these. Very different personnel on the field, very different purposes of these different pistol sets. But I really like the looks of the Full House Pro, really like the looks of the Strong Tight as some good power football. And then, yeah, maybe you go to those in the red zone or something, but to get there, you utilize some of the empty pistol and push come to shove. You got a 4th and inches, you need some yards, go to the wing bone and flip that midline QB ISO if you want to be a dirty little dog. But yeah, that'll do it for this one. That's all 3 service academies. Again, hope you guys have a fantastic 4th of July. I will see you guys tomorrow. We're going to have 2 more playbooks we're going to look at before our gameplay starts. We're going to look at Michigan with that Utah, mostly Utah offensive playbook from College Football 26. And then what I think I'm going to be running year 1 of our online dynasty, the Missouri Tigers. So I'll see you guys then. Until then, take it easy.